guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full all-day wear test of the new Urban Decay foundation and concealer. This is the Stay Naked foundation and concealer. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. Urban Decay did send over 2 of the foundations and 2 of the concealers, and then I ended up going out and buying another one of the foundations. So, which you guys are gonna see, this video is kind of a bit of a mess at the beginning, so stick with me. There's some inconsistencies that I want to talk about, and we'll go through all of that. But first up, let's hop on over to the Urban Decay website. I'm gonna read the claims, I'm gonna show you guys me applying it, we're gonna go through the shades, all of that. The new foundation comes in 50 shades. It says up to 24-hour wear, which I do not suggest you wear your foundation for 24 hours. That is so bad for your skin. So I do not think that I would ever test a foundation for 24 hours, but that's the claim. It says the Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. It comes with 1 ounce, and again, it comes in 50 shades. Find your naked truth with Urban Decay's Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. 50 shades designed with 9 shade intensities, 3 master tones, and 7 undertones in mind. This waterproof longwear foundation feels like a second skin thanks to a breathable, flexible formula that moves with you all day and all night up to 24 hours. It not only feels better, it even looks better with its Stay True color, which minimizes the appearance of pores. So that is that. I think I said it retails for $39, and this is what the packaging looks like. It is plastic, which I'm totally fine with, and I love the rose gold caps. Let's see if I can hold all of these. So this is what it looks like, and I have the shades 20N, 40N, and 41N, and by N I mean NN. All of them are 20NN, 40NN, and 41NN. It's the neutral and the master tone and the undertone are both neutral. I am very, very neutral. Then we have the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. This comes in 25 shades. It retails for $29, and it says, with an expanded range of 25 vegan shades, there's enough coverage to go around. Urban Decay's Stay Naked Correcting Concealer lineup features 9 shade intensities, 3 master tones, and 5 undertones. Use this flexible second skin matte finish concealer for just about anything, from covering an imperfection to highlighting a cheekbone. The patented wave tip applicator makes it easy to get the right level of coverage. Use the flat side for precise light application, or lean into the curve for a heavier dose of product. One thing I did notice when I was trying to pump this out is that the pump, you can push down a little bit and you get just like a little dab of product. But then when you try to push it down more, you can't just push a little, like you push a lot. So the pump I don't think is like the best pump out there. It's just my personal opinion. The formula also is pretty lightweight and liquidy. As you can see, it is dripping down my hand. So it's not like a super thick consistency. I do like a consistency like this because I think that it can go on way thinner than some of the thicker ones, obviously. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but these are plastic. I personally am fine with plastic. I think a lot of people like glass because they think it's nicer, but for me, plastic, I can drop it and not break it, which is always nice. So the concealer, I want to show you guys this wand. It's so interesting. I don't think I've seen a wand for a concealer or like a lip gloss or anything like this. So it almost has this little like curve right here and then a step right here. So you could apply it on this top side or the bottom side. It's very interesting. It almost looks like a foot, but this I actually really like. I don't have a shade that I could apply directly to my skin. You'll see when I originally do my makeup that I did apply it directly to my skin, and I do like that. I think that it's an innovative doe foot, which is nice to have something that, I don't know, it's nice. All right, I'm gonna hop into kind of like the insanity that is me applying this, and then I'm gonna do some check-ins throughout the day, go to the gym in this, I'll check in after the gym, all those things. So let's hop into the demo. All right, the 2 shades that I have are in 20NN and 40NN. So both of them have neutral undertones. I'm not really sure which one of them will match me, so we'll see. I'm kind of assuming I might have to mix them, which is why I got two shades that aren't right next to each other, just so that they'd be easier to kind of match. But this is the packaging. And it is a plastic bottle. It has this little inlet in it, and it just has the gold packaging, and then it does have a pump. So I really like the rose gold on it. So let's see, this one is 20NN. Okay, that is so light. And then this one is the 40. Wow, the 40 is light too. That's insane. Okay, but that's the darkest one I have, so we're gonna try to make that work. All right, I'm gonna try with the 40. I might end up just running up to the store and getting a darker shade because I'm not sure that this is going to match me at all, even after I blend it out. I just pulled the concealer out of the box, and I have the same shades in the concealer. So I have the 20NN and then the 40NN, and I noticed that the 40NN box of the concealer is much darker than the foundation box. So this is the 20NN of the foundation and the concealer, and as you can see, these are pretty similar. But then the boxes of the 40NN are very different. So I just did a swatch, and the swatches are really different too. So the concealer is much darker, which I think is interesting. The concealer is actually the shade that I thought this foundation was going to be, but is not. So this is the foundation, and that is the concealer in the same shade, which obviously seems not consistent at all. Okay, and then I just swatched the 20NN in both, and I thought it was going to be the case looking at them in the packaging. The concealer is actually lighter than the foundation, which is interesting. So that's the concealer and that's the foundation. So there's definitely some inconsistency here in the shades, which is not great for those of us who order online, just because it seems like they should either be the same shade or they should consistently be like one shade lighter or one shade darker. So that is a little frustrating. Okay guys, I feel like this video is going to be a mess. If you could see my desk right now, I ended up going to the store and picking up a darker foundation because the 20 and the 40 are just way too light. It looks ridiculous. I put bronzer on and it looked, I mean, you can probably see the bronzer looks like it's like the darkest thing ever on me because nothing is matching. So I'm gonna take this off and put a different shade on, but I did swatch everything, so I just want to show you what the shades look like because I ended up getting 41NN, which is obviously the next shade up in the neutral undertone category from 40NN. So this is our situation. This is 20NN, this is 40NN, and then this is 41NN. So it's insane the jump between these two when these are 20 and 40, and then this is 40 and 41. So, and then these are the concealers. This is 20NN and this is 40NN. I don't like how they don't match, and this one is lighter than the foundation and this one is darker than the foundation. I feel like none of this makes sense. I don't know where the inconsistencies come from, but that's that. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is mixing the 41NN with the 40, just because I do think the 41 is probably going to be too dark. So let me take this makeup off and let's start this whole thing over. Okay, take two. Let's try this again. I think it's going to be mostly 41NN. I just did a little, I'll just show you guys. It's easier. So as you can see, that's a much better match for me. So I think I'm just going to mix in, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna mix in just the tiniest bit of 40 NN, do a little experiment on my hand, and then I will apply it to my face. Okay, so I've got my little science experiment. And I am using my EcoTools sponge. I feel like they like reformulated this sponge. It is huge. It seems like it's way bigger than the one that I had before. And it seems a little bit denser. I still like it, but since it's so big, it's kind of hard to get in like the crevices of your nose. But that is not what we're reviewing today, so I guess that's irrelevant. This is a much better match for me. I feel like I look human again, which is always a plus. I'm just building it up a little bit on the areas that I have acne scars, just to see how much coverage we can get out of it. Okay, so this is what it looks like on its own. It's amazing how much the right foundation shade can make you feel more like a human. I was feeling so self-conscious, and then I went to Ulta with the other foundation on, and I just felt so insane. So I'm gonna go in with 40 NN of that concealer. It's gonna be a bit lighter than this foundation, but like a much better match. And if you guys have been following for a while, you know I don't wear concealer on a daily basis. So I'm just putting it on my inner corners. I've had so much darkness there lately, and just kind of dragging it down a little bit. And I have been using this, which is a Zoeva brush. It's the 142 Concealer Buffer. And I've just kind of been buffing that into the corner and then onto the eyelid as well. And then I'll just blend it all out with a sponge. I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I just finished up the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna do a little close-up for you guys so you can see how it is looking on my skin. And I'm gonna wear it throughout the day. So I have, like I said earlier, a gym class that I'm going to at 4:30, and it's pretty warm and humid out. It's pretty much a huge heat wave right now in Michigan. So we're gonna see how this wears throughout the day. I will check in after the gym. I'll check in before that, and we'll see what happens with this foundation and concealer. I do think so far I really like it. It's definitely a natural skin-like finish, which I love. It's not full coverage, which if I didn't have acne scars, this would be the type of coverage that I would really want, but you can still see some of my acne scars poking through. Honestly, it's fine with me. I'm trying to get more used to a more medium coverage foundation instead of doing full coverage all the time. And I think that this looks super natural, like a natural finish. So that's where we're at right now. I will keep you guys updated. Hey guys, it is 3:06. I'm standing in front of the windows in my office. I just wanted to share a little update of what my skin looks like. I do have little marks from my glasses per usual, but I think that it looks really good still. I said before that you could still see my acne scars through it. It's not like full coverage, but it's definitely holding up really nicely, and I like that it is still, it really is like a natural matte. I feel like it still looks pretty matte. I'm not greasy or anything, which is saying a lot since it is July in humid Michigan. So far, so good. I'll check in before I go to the gym. Okay guys, it is 4:16 and I'm about to walk into the gym. Excuse my glasses / sunglass marks. This is what we're working with. So I think it looks pretty good. I'm shocked at how like naturally matte it's wearing. So love it. I'll show you guys after I get out of the gym and I'm all sweaty. All right guys, it's 5:23. I just got out of the gym. I am so sweaty, but figured I would show you what my makeup is looking like up close and personal. I almost feel like it looks glassy. I definitely was rubbing my face inside of my shirt, so my forehead is kind of rubbed off at this point, which is to be expected, but I almost feel like it looks like decent considering I'm sweating to death right now. So I will check in when I get home and share my final thoughts with you guys. All right guys, it is almost 6 o'clock. I just got back from the gym. My sweat has dried. I'm gonna do a close-up really quick so you guys can see the skin up close and personal for the last time. So I've had this on my skin for about 7 hours. I think it looks really good still. It's definitely like broken up in areas. My forehead is basically completely off. It's probably all sitting inside of my shirt right now, just because obviously I worked out. And I can tell that it definitely, like right here, you can see where drips of sweat were coming down, and then I kind of wiped them away, which I don't know if that means that it's not actually waterproof, because it never said it was sweat proof. I don't know if there's like a difference there, but I think it held up pretty nicely. Like overall, from a distance, I think that my skin looks really good. In this area is my forehead and just a little bit on my nose where my sunglasses were, where it definitely has rubbed off quite a bit, but everywhere else I think it looks still pretty good. I think it's very natural and I really like the way that it wears. I'm a little torn on my final thoughts on this because the shade situation is alarming. I don't know. I just don't understand how this is 20, this is 40, and this is 41. The difference between them is just crazy to me. I think that it's going to make it difficult to find your exact shade, and I honestly thought that 40NN was going to be too dark, so the fact that it was way too light blew my mind. There are a bunch of different, like the shade intensities. They have ultra fair, fair, light, light, medium, medium, and so on, but the 20 is considered fair and the 40 is considered a light medium shade, which I do not agree with that at all. I am usually light to light medium. That's usually where I'm at, light medium in the summer for sure. So I don't think that 40NN is a light medium shade. 41NN could definitely be light medium, maybe even just medium. So their shade situation's a little bit off. I also think the concealers, the fact that one of them is lighter and one's darker than the same shades of the foundations is a little iffy. I wish that I had a foundation in the 40NN concealer shade. This would be like my perfect foundation shade right now. But if you can find your shade, I think it's a great foundation. I think it's wearing beautifully, and I think that I'll definitely use it, but I'm going to have to kind of play chemist and mix shades because there's not a shade in the range currently that is like my perfect shade with the neutral undertones. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I like it. I don't appreciate the situation with the shades being so crazy, but that's just me. Maybe you can find your right shade. Maybe I did something wrong. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully that this video was helpful. I know that it was kind of all over the place with the original application of the foundation and then taking it off, trying another one. Hopefully you guys stuck with it, and hopefully that it was helpful for you. Give this video a thumbs up if it was. Let me know down below in the comments if you're planning on trying this out. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on this foundation and on this launch. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.